Hey guys, what's happening? It's the Yankee down there here. We're going to do another Marvel Champions playthrough. This one's going to have Kamala Khan of Aggression taking on Crossbones with the Anachronauts module set. I haven't played with Kamala Khan much, so this will be pretty interesting. I do know from what I remember is that she's a pretty event-driven character since her base stats are pretty terrible. So let's take a look at her. So Kamala Khan is the alter ego. She has 5 recovery. She's an Inhuman and has the Team Spirit action to discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard the Miss Marvel card, and then add that card to your hand. That's it once per round. She has a hand size of 6 with 10 hit points. Crossbones is a 1 scheme, 1 attack going. He's a Hydra mercenary, and then while Crossbones has a weapon attachment, his attack's being piercing. So tough isn't going to do anything against him. He'll just get rid of tough and then get the damage out. So we'll have Crossbones 1 and 2, so we're playing standard. Experimental weapons, the standard counter sets, and then their recommend is the 3 modular counter sets for Hydra Patrol, Weapon Master, and Legions of Hydra. But we're just going to use experimental weapons, Anachronauts, and Weapon Master. And I've always said that you have to include Weapon Master and Crossbones because when you pull Raid the Armory, it's going to have you go through the counter deck till you find a weapon attachment. And if you don't have Weapon Master in there, you're pretty much going to burn through that whole deck and you're going to get the acceleration token. That's going to be bad news. So the setup is going to be create the experimental weapons deck and set it next to the main scheme. So we'll do that now, and Crossbones has 12 hit points. So we'll flip over, so attack on Mount Athena. It has a threshold of 3, and it comes in with 0 threat, and goes up by 1 at the beginning of the villain phase, and when revealed, we're going to reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck. Giving him the exosuit, it gives him +1 attack and +1 scheme. And you have to spend energy, mental, and a physical resource to discard that card. So setup's complete. Let's go ahead and draw our hands and see what we get. So we'll get into the fray. Lockjaw, Power All of Us, Energy, Wiggle Room, and Shrink. Well, let's see, into the fray. It's not going to do us any good because we have no means to play Lockjaw. We can play from the discard pile, so we don't have to worry about that. And yeah, so let's go ahead and draw 2 more. We'll get Battle Fury and Big Hands. So we'll go ahead and do Team Spirit to get a Miss Marvel card. So we'll also get another Big Hands. So let's play 2 for Shrink. So that's a 2-cost upgrade. It has the Hero Interrupt, so when you play a thwart event, you can exhaust Shrink to increase the amount of threat that event removes by 2. And let's play let's flip over. So Miss Marvel, her base stats are just 1 across the board, 1 thwart, 1 attack, 1 defense. She's a champion Inhuman and has the Morphogenics response. So after you play an attack, a thwart, or a defense event, you can exhaust Miss Marvel to return that event to your hand. Let's spend 1 for Battle Fury. So that's a 1-cost upgrade. Player and player's control makes 1 per player. After your hero attacks and defeats the menu, you get to deal damage to regular hero and discard Battle Fury and get the regular hero. Actually, no, let's not do that. Let's spend 2 to play Big Hands. So it's a 2-cost event and has a hero action. You get to deal 4 damage to an enemy. So we'll do 4 to Crossbones, put him down to 8. We'll exhaust Miss Marvel to trigger Morphogenics to bring Big Heads back to our hand. And then we will end our turn there. And so we'll get Embiggen, wish we had that earlier, Amir Khan, and Genius. So one threat will go on the main scheme, beginning the building phase. Crossbones was going to attack for 2. We're not going to defend, so he'll do 3. Bring this down to 7. And then Anachronauts side scheme comes in with 3 threat. Now we'll get an extra encounter card when this is still in play in next round, and when defeated, shuffle each temporal card in the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. So let's go ahead and spend 2 for Embiggen. So Embiggen is 2 cost upgrades. When we play an attack event, we get the exhaust Embiggen to increase the amount of damage that event deals by 2. So we'll spend 2 to play big hands again. That's a 3. So big hands, so we'll do 4 damage to an enemy. We'll exhaust Embiggen to exactly do 6 damage, so we'll put Crossbones down to 2. And then we'll exhaust this Marvel to bring big hands back to our hand. And then we will end our turn there. So then we'll get Relentless Assault, Spider-Man, Spider-Girl, and Moment of Triumph. So that's going to go to 1. 2. No, I'm not going to defend again. 3. Bring down to 4. First encounter card, Crossbones Machine Gun. So it gets 2 ammo counters. It has the Force Interrupt, so when Crossbones attack you, you're going to remove an ammo counter from this card and discard the top card of the encounter deck. And then take indirect damage equal to the number of boost icons on the discarded card. It says we got Anachronauts to play, we're going to take another encounter card. Hard as nails, so when revealed, give the villain the tough status card if you cannot heal 3 damage from it instead. This Crossbones is going to be tough now. So it's our go. We can't get rid of Exosuit, and we are pretty much low on health. He's at 2 damage. Let's do this. Let's pop. We'll exhaust to attack for 1 to get rid of that tough. Then we'll spend 2. To play big hands to deal 4 damage. Exhaust Embiggen deal 6 damage. So that's down to 4. And then Crossbones 1 is defeated, so we'll flip them over. So Crossbones 2 gets 2 scheme, 2 attack. While Crossbones has a weapon attachment, he's going to get piercing. So tough not going to do no good. And when revealed, search the encounter deck and discard power for a Crossbones machine gun and attach your Crossbones to the encounter deck. Well, we already got his machine gun out, so we're going to worry about that. So we did 6 damage. He had 2, so there's 4 left. We play Moment of Triumph. It's 0 cost event, so after you attack and defeat an enemy, which we did because he's considered an enemy as stage 1. So they heal 1 damage from your hero for each X point. Heal 1 damage from your hero for each point of excess damage dealt to that enemy by that attack. So we will actually, so we had 6, we heal 4, so we're back up to 8. And then we're going to end our turn there. And so we'll get the Coin Carrier Endurance. You'll pay for that. And Wheel Room. So he'll scheme out. So Infinity Stone. 6 threat threshold. When reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck. Like it's a laser rifle, so he's got +1 attack. He has ranged, and we got spending energy and a physical to discard that card. And it comes in with 1 threat and advances by 1 at the end of the phase. So right now he's attacking for 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're gonna have to block on this one. So he'll do 4, 5. And then so we're down to 4. We'll spend 1, 4. You'll pay for that. So after doing attacks, you move 1 threat from the scheme for each damage you took from that attack, so maximum of 5. So we'll get rid of Anachronauts. And then we discard this to take 1 indirect damage. No, I'm gonna play Lure now. 3. And then we get oh no! Doing attack sheet, this isn't gonna be good. So he's gonna do 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll play Wiggle Room to prevent 3 of that damage. So we'll take 2, so we're down to 1, then we get to draw a card. So we get big hands. So it's our turn, and so Crossbones has 14 hit points. We'll just spend 2 to play big hands to deal 4, and then another 2, so we deal 6, we're down to 8. We're going to have to flip over the alter ego in our turn. Actually, in our turn, we will. Nah, we'll in our turn. So we'll get Strength, Iron Heart, the Avengers Mansion, the Bioconnect Polymer Suit, Red Dagger, and you'll pay for that. So that goes to 2. He's going to scheme for 2, 3. He gets Tough. And another boost card. 3. So that's up to 5. And then we'll King's Chosen, so it's Insight 1. So now he schemes out on this one. Going to the Getaway. So Getaway is a threshold of 5. Comes in with 1 threat. Then reveal the top card experimental weapons deck. So that gives him Power Gauntlets. So after attaching on attacks and damage, you get to discard 1 card from your hand, and you got to spend a mental and a physical resource to discard that card. So then we'll reveal discard cards from the top of the card deck until a temporal minion is discarded and reveal that minion. So we've already seen Death Hunt. Who else are we going to get this time? And here we go. We get Sir Rastin. He's a 1 scheme 2 attack minion. He has Guard and Retaliate 1. With 6 hit points. Hey, alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to have to recover for 5, go up to 6. Let's go to play Ironheart, which is a 2 cost ally, 1 port, 1 attack. She takes a consequential damage when using one of those abilities, 2 hit points, and has a response after you play Ironheart from your hand, draw a card. So then we get Sneak By. Let's do 1 for the Polymer Suit. So it's a 1 cost upgrade. We get the Exhaust Polymer Suit to drain our rivalry source for an event. Ironheart's going to attack Sir Rastin for 1. And let's trigger Team Spirit to discard until we get, there we go. So we get another sneak by. Need some attack. Yeah, so flip over. And spend 3. Let's put Red Dagger in. So Red Dagger is a 3-cost ally, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 hit points. And interrupt when Red Dagger is defeated, we get to spend 2 resources of different types to deal 2 damage to an enemy and return Red Dagger to your hand. So Red Dagger is going to attack for 2. Doing 3 on Sir Rastin, 1 on Red Dagger. And then we're going to have to end our turn. And then we will get a Helicarrier, Relentless Assault, a Sneak by, Lion Weight, and Team Building Exercise. So it's going to go to 1. Ironheart is going to block. So he's going to do 2, 3, 4. And give this enemy 2 more boost cards. 6, 8. So Ironheart's gone. Now it says the Crossbones machine gun says it's a force interrupt. When Crossbones attacks you, remove 1 ammo counter from this card and discard the top card in the counter deck and take indirect damage for a number of boost icons. However, with that stupid U ruling, from what I gather, it says U is the identity. Well, he didn't attack Ms. Marvel. He attacked Ironheart because Ironheart was blocking. So I'm assuming that machine gun doesn't go off. But if I'm wrong, let me know. That's what I'm going to play. And then Sir Rastin is going to do 2. Down to 4. And then we'll get Braid the Armory. So Insight 1. So this goes to 3. And then we'll reveal discard cards from the top of the card deck until a weapon attachment is discarded and reveal that card. So there goes that obligation. And now he's going to get a combat knife. Crossbones is strapped. So a combat knife gives him +1 attack. So he's up to 2, 3, 4, 5 attack now. And then spend a mental and a physical resource to discard that card. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right. So let's do this. Ms. Marvel will get rid of that tough. And then we will trigger Biochromatic Suit to drain a wild resource, spending 1. We'll spend Team Building Exercise, so that's 2 to play Relentless Assault. So Relentless Assault is 2 cost event. It's an attack. So we'll do Invigorating to increase that to 7 instead of 5. We pay for this card using a physical resource, which we did because of Team Building Exercise. We get Overkill. So we're doing 7 damage. So he's got 3 on here. Taking out Sir Rastin. We got an excess of 4 left. So Crossbones is going on to 4. And then Red Dagger's going to attack him for 2, bringing him down to 2. And then we'll spend 2 for Sneak By to remove 3 threat. And that's going to end our turn there. And then we'll draw Bruno, Nakia, Martial Prowess, a Hall of Heroes, and a Battle Fury. So if we can hang on this round, we should be okay. So let's see. So this will go to 1. Crossbones is going to do 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to block her Red Dagger. 6. So Red Dagger's gone. And then he has the interrupt, so we can spend 2 resources of any type to deal 2 damage to an enemy and return Red Dagger to her hand. So we'll spend these 2. Red Dagger comes back in, 2 to Crossbones. Boom! Hopefully I played that right. I'm really not sure about that machine gun action, but like I said, you know, he didn't attack me. He attacked the minion. I mean, he attacked the ally instead because they were blocking, so that's how I'm playing it. But if I'm wrong, let me know. But other than that, hey, it's a pretty decent win, I'm assuming, especially all those upgrades on Crossbones. But anyway, go ahead and to like, share, and subscribe to this video. And don't forget, you know, to share and spread the word on our new channel. Thanks for all you guys for supporting the channel. And then I guess we will talk to you guys later. Take care.